Hello, everybody. In this episode of Building a Cozy Village, we're going to transform this section of riverbank into this nice-looking boardwalk, complete with docks, market stalls, and a mead gazebo. So without any further ado, let's upgrade those hammers, pour an ale, and start building. We're going to start on today's project with the boardwalk and boat dock. As usual, I had sketched in the footprint with cordwood. Now to remove everything that we don't want in our build area. There, that looks pretty good. We got rid of all the unwanted vegetation and rocks and such. Now to start with the construction. Now for the boardwalk, we'll start by attaching a wooden beam to the stone pier, sunken slightly so that the floor tiles will be even with the stone floor tiles. Next is replace the core wood with wood beams and fill the rest in with flooring. Now once all the framing is up, it's just a matter of filling in the boardwalk so it looks nice. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Now on to the roundabout. For our circular boardwalk, we'll start at the highest elevation and work our way down. This is basically the same process as before, except for the outer circle measures 5 meters in width instead of 4. Now for the inner circle, we want to put ironwood supports at each of these joints. This is going to be a raised platform. It looks like it'll be sturdy. Now to get back to the boardwalk. And here we want a nice straight edge like that so we can start our elevation down. Which we'll just use stairs for that. Now we just want to put some temporary beams up there so we can keep our basic shape aligned while we make the stairs down. There, it can take a little bit of finagling, but it's not too hard. Let's continue around. It looks pretty nice so far. Now to kind of do a mirror image on the other side. Okay, and like the other side, we'll put a set of stairs going down. And we'll do one click this way. Okay, here it's going to take just a little bit of finagling to get things to line up properly. So we'll continue this straight edge down about 4 meters. And then we'll give this a turn, and we'll connect it here to our existing circle. And then we'll just give this a little turn, and we have to shift place this just a little bit so that it's even with that other beam. And that should give us a close enough height. And that should be good enough for our purposes, so we can go ahead and fill the rest of it in. Now would be a good time to fill in our circle. We're just going to use wall pieces and snap them inside. Okay, that looks good. Now we can put another set of stairs down and finish off this boardwalk. Not looking horrible so far. Now we can get rid of the core wood and dress up the outsides a little bit. Doesn't look too horrible. Now we can start with some merchant stands. We'll start with Farmer Olaf's fresh produce stand, which will sit on a 5x8 meter platform. There, just like that. That's a good start. Now I'll add some 3-meter tall posts on each corner, just like that. And now we'll add half walls all the way around. Just like that. Now we'll add some beams around, finish our walls. There, just like that. Now for the roof, we'll just give it our regular Pizza Hut type roof with a 1-meter overhang on each side. We'll start with our 26-degree beams. Then switch to 45s. Same on the other side. There, just like that. Now we'll fill it in with the tar shingles. There, just like that. And now we can fill the center ridge with these beams to finish it off. Maybe we'll dress up this roof line a little bit and change it up. Let's delete those and we'll add 2 of these corner pieces in. Just like that, to give us a little bit of headroom when we walk in. Now to dress that up a little more. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. And now we'll do a little bit of trim work on our produce stand, and then the construction part will be done. There are now only 2 more market stalls to go. Our next stand will be for Pookie's parrots, and will have a footprint of 4 by 6 meters. And we'll construct this using the same methods. Now for our walls, the back wall is going to be 2 meters tall, while our front is going to be 4. And we'll use the 26-degree wall pieces to connect them. And at the top we'll use a 26-degree roof ridge, where the front part is overhanging a little bit, and then just use a regular 26-degree roofs for the rest of it. And then we'll just fill in the rest of it. Except here we'll just use half walls. That way we get some nice windows. Yeah, we'll just do a little trim to make it look nice. That looks like a nice little open air stand. On to the next one. Our next market stand is going to be Scully's Catch of the Day. This one will be 4 by 10 meters with its own private dock for his fishing boat on the back. Now we'll go ahead and frame in the walls and the roof, but we'll make this 3 meters tall. And this we will also give a 1 meter overhang for the roof. In this roof we'll just use 26-degree pieces. We'll use our X for a snapping point. There, nice and clean. Same for the other side. Now we'll go ahead and use our 26-degree shingled roofs. Except here we'll use the inside corners. And here we'll use the inside corner again. And now we'll just finish it up with the 26-degree roof ridge. It's not too bad. Now we'll add some half walls all the way around. A little bit of trim work to make it look nice, then we can move on to our centerpiece. There, that's going to make a nice fishmonger stand. And now to build the wharf rat, an ale gazebo that will be the centerpiece of our boardwalk area. The first step is to fill the floor in. And our walls are going to be made out of dark wood poles. And we're going to start with the 2 meters and have them turned so the corner is facing the inside, like that. Now we'll take our archways and go around the same way. We'll do 1 click per turn. And now we'll turn these the opposite direction and go to do the same thing all the way around. Now we're going to take some iron poles and reinforce these. There, that should be nice and sturdy all the way around. Now for the roof. Okay, here we want to take 1 meter beams. Place one on each end of each face. Like that. We'll give it a 1 click Put one there and there like that. And we'll follow this all the way around. And now for the roof, we're going to use just 26-degree shingle roofs. And they will snap right in between those 1-meter beams like that. So now we'll just go around the roof, filling the rest of it in. That looks pretty good. Now we just have to put another row of the same way. This one's easier to get from the inside. So we may have to delete a couple pieces, and then this will snap right in just like that. And now we can put the other roof pieces back. And onto those we want to put two 2-meter beams of dark wood. And then we want to snap them in the center to make an X piece. It's like that. And here to cap off our roof, we're going to take a 2-meter pole, snap it to the center, and then we're going to take a 45-degree outside corner, and then just go all the way around. Just like that, and that caps off our roof pretty nicely. And now we may as well give ourselves a little light. There, maybe we'll have some comfort while we're working. So now I'll add some half walls all the way around. Except for there and there. Because these will be our entrance and exits. I'll go ahead and finish this off a little bit by turning this 1-meter beam one turn. Like that. Yeah, that looks nice and finished now. You know, that tree is really blocking our view. Let's go ahead and take it down. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. I'm glad we did that. Alright, now to freshen up our fruit stand a little bit, we're going to add a wall here on these 3 sides, but we're going to use green banners. So to do that, first we're going to break these out. And we want to replace these. That's about where we want it. Then we'll add these all the way across. Just like that. There, we got a nice looking little privacy wall. Now to do the same thing over here. That looks a little cozy. Now for this back wall. There, that looks pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like a cozy little fruit shop. Now I'll create a snap point there for the end of our countertops. And taking the 1x1 floor, we'll go ahead and shift place this right about there. Then we'll just finish this out, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Yeah, it looks like a nice counter. We'll go ahead and add some dividers in. Something so the produce doesn't just fall out onto the floor. This one maybe we'll just fill up with carrots. Let's do some turnips over here. Okay, maybe over here we'll build a onion pyramid. And in between the item stands, we'll stack 5 of them so we can get our height. And then we'll do the same thing here. Go about 8 high from the bottom. And now we'll just fill them up with onions. There, that looks like a lot of onions. Let's do a couple hanging fruit baskets. First I want to put a couple of 1 meter beams there. Now we'll put a couple of hanging braziers. And now that these are out, we can fill them with item stands and add some fruit. That's not too bad. It actually looks like a hanging basket. Now let's add some more fruit. Alright, one more small counter, and then this one is getting closer to done. And this one, maybe we'll just put some boxes of farm fresh eggs. Add a couple of ends. Need a temporary piece. Go ahead and add our eggs in. And finish off our box. There. Let's do a couple more, just to fill up some space. There. Maybe just a cash box now? Here, maybe a chair for Farmer Olaf to sit in. And maybe a couple rugs, just to keep the floor clean. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. On to the next one. Alright, now for Pookie's parrots. We want to put one counter here. Just a small one. And we'll put one here. And here we'll just shift place this so it's up even with the wall like that. And then just carry this across. That looks pretty good. Right, now we'll take a cage wall and snap it there. That looks good so far. Put a few over here. Want to shift place these just so that they're standing on the counter and not sunk into it. And then we'll take some cage walls and finish these up. Alright, now over here, I'm going to take a 2 meter post and shift place it right about center. And then down here we're going to shift place one against the cage wall. So it's about there. And same on the other side. But it'll be up just a little bit higher. Like that. Now we want to put some eggs in these. Except here we're going to want to do a little trick. Here we want to place a couple of 1 meter floor pieces here. So they're about even with the tops of those beams. Like that. That way our chickens will be able to stand there and not fall down. And then with these on the outside, we'll be able to delete them later. Now we fix everything we broke. Close up the cages. Now we build a fire. The eggs are all warm. Now we wait. And of course 2 of them got loose, so we'll try this again. Alright, I set these back up and I added a couple walls to the outside to hopefully keep them in. This can get a little tricky, but we'll get it. And it looks like they're in there. Let's take a look. Nice. Now we have a few parrots. We have a couple in a nice big cage. I wish I had a couple more things. We'll hang a couple banners. Blue and white's nice. Yeah. That reminds me of Pookie. Alright, now we need a chair for our salesperson to sit. Maybe a table for snacks. Alright, now we have maybe muck shake, some fish wraps. Yeah, it looks like a nice cozy little spot. Someplace you could sit and sell parrots all day. It does need a carpet though. Yeah, that looks pretty nice now. One last thing we can do is put some boxes down. We'll put one here. Yeah, maybe two more. We'll stack some up. There. Now it looks like a proper parrot store. On to the fishmonger. Okay, now we need somewhere to display our fish for sale. So we're going to build a couple bins here. Going to use our half walls. Switching to our 1x1 wall, we'll put a couple here, like that. And then finish this off with a couple more half walls. And switching to our 26-degree wall pieces, put one on each side. And over here we're going to take a 1x1 wall and replace it just like that. Now I'll go ahead and add an item stand right about there, which is going to be for our golem trophy, which is going to simulate an ice pile underneath. Just like that. That looks nice and centered. Now we can finish framing up our display stands to make it look nice. Now for our display shelves, just gotta put a couple of stairs there. Gives us the impression of some elevated shelves with some ice underneath. Going to our 1x1 floor, we're going to free place this right about there. Same for each side. Now we'll need another bin on the other side. Again, we want to free place our floor right about even with the sticky outy bits on the wall. Just like that. Alright, now to start filling our bins. First we'll knock this half wall out, make it a little easier for us. Now we'll take a 2-meter beam and we're going to shift place it just so it's sunken a little bit. Maybe like that. That'll help give us a little bit of elevation and make our fish bin look more full. And we'll put about 4 stands at the top. Maybe one there. One there. We want to rotate them 180 degrees so we get a little variety. So put one there. There. Same way down at the bottom. Now we'll just go ahead and load them up with some perch. There, just like that. And we'll go ahead and put our wall back in. There, looks like he has a bin full of perch. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Maybe we'll put some herrings in this side. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now we'll put some bigger fish up here. Right, maybe one side will have some pikes for sale. Yeah, maybe this side's reserved for tunas. That doesn't look too shabby. Now we'll try the other side. Now here we'll take some wolfskin rugs. Maybe set them in a little bit like that. They'll kind of resemble ice cubes. Almost. Now we'll just fill this up with some fish for sale. Maybe this side will have an assortment of some cod and grouper. Maybe a trollfish or two. Yeah, that doesn't look too horrible at all. Maybe we'll give them a comfy chair. Yeah, like that. Every fisherman needs a tackle box. Every fisherman also needs a fishing rod. Maybe even a harpoon. Never know when something big might swim by. Of course he needs a table somewhere to put his ale on, and maybe his beer mug, because you really can't go fishing without some ale. Looks like a nice little cozy fishing spot. Now I'll give it a carpet just to make it look finished. Pretty simple, but yet it looks nice. Alright, now to furnish our gazebo. First step is going to be to put some tar wood trim along our half walls. All the way around. Just like that. Now we're going to put a curved bar in. We'll start right here. Which we want to have our quarter wall here perpendicular with this wall section, like that. And we're going to go 4 wall sections in length. So this wall will also be perpendicular, like that. Then we'll add 1 half wall on each side. We'll take our 1x1 wall, click one there, and there. Now this one doesn't quite line up right, so we'll just do a little smooshing there. There, that doesn't look too bad. Now to put a top on. Okay, we're going to start off with a little shift place. And we want to try and have the same overhang on this side. That looks pretty good. Here it gives us a nice little curved bar. Now we need one right here for our bartender to stand behind. And now to continue on our bar, we will snap a half wall to the end like that, along with another 1x1 wall. And then here we will put at a 90-degree angle to this one, we'll place another 1x1 wall. Give it 1 turn, place another, and 1 turn, we'll place another one. And here we'll place another at 90 degrees. Along with here at the end, we'll place another wall. Now our regular half wall, we'll just put one there, and there. Here, now we just have to carry our top over, and then the bar will be done. So this part will give it a little bit more hangover, like that. I'll go ahead and put a couple trim pieces in. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now for the rest of the furniture. Alright, here we'll put some pedestal tables in. So our bar patrons can stand and have a couple drinks. We'll start by placing 1 meter posts there, maybe one there, yeah, maybe over on this side. Now we'll take a 1 meter beam and change our snapping point to edge 2 and just go all the way around, clicking once. There, just repeat that. So we'll just put some comfy chairs here so people can sit at this bar. Yeah, it's starting to look a little cozy. Now to give our hanging brazier a little character, I'm going to take a horizontal item stand and we're just going to snap it to the middle, just as a reference point for now. And then from there we're going to use that as a visual reference to line up our outside stands. So we want to take it so it pops off, and then just when it comes back on, snap it in with the arrow facing to the outside. And then that's something we'll do all the way around. There. Now we get rid of the center one while being careful not to delete the brazier. Done that before. And then every other stand is going to get a shaman trophy, and then the other ones will get 1 deer trophy. And there we have one nice looking chandelier. Okay, now to make this look like a bar, I added a couple little shelves here with just some 1 meter beams. So we'll start adding our drink bottles. Got some top shelf stuff there, maybe a couple other things. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Maybe here we'll put some mugs, ready to be filled. Here we'll put another mug, maybe somebody's having a drink over here. Here we'll do a serving tray. It has a couple mugs on it, maybe an ale pitcher, And of course a serving tray. And usually the best bars have snacks out on the bar. So we'll do some raspberries, along with the serpent stew underneath. There we have a nice bowl of snacks. And this was looking pretty busy with 2 tables, so I took them out and just put one back. Looks a lot nicer now. And for the tables, we're going to put a planter in the center, but we'll do it a little bit different than we have before. First, we'll put a couple of rabbit skin rugs down. Just like that as a tablecloth. Then I want to make a flower box used out of the vertical item stands, except we want the corners even. But before we put the fourth side on, we want to put some horizontal item stands in the center, giving each one a few turns before we put it down, just for some variety. Like that. And then we'll add maybe a mushroom to one, a Jotun puff, maybe 2 mage caps to the other. Now finish off our box with the fourth wall and add our turnips to it. That's one nice looking little flower box. Now we'll do a repeat on that table. Like that. Maybe we'll put one on the bar back in the corner, just to take up some space. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And it adds a good splash of color in here. Let's add some more assorted mugs and stuff. Make it look more used. Yeah, somebody standing here have a couple meads, maybe talking to someone. Maybe this one will have red jute carpets. Maybe we'll have a few curtains too. Maybe we'll put one there. Yeah, that gives it a little coziness. But we want to have this side open for the view. It's kind of relaxing. Sit down, have a couple meads, look at the river. Okay, we don't have a whole lot to do here as far as landscaping goes, but we'll make our boardwalk look nice. So here we'll give our dock a little bit of clutter. We'll start with a shutter box like we made before. There, like that. Maybe there's some carves getting loaded or unloaded. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 more. Some boxes. There, just like that. Somebody popped in to do a little shopping. Which of course means we need a couple of boats. Yeah, it looks busy. Yeah, we should work on our hand railing. Now our railing's up, maybe there's a couple other things we could do. Okay, we'll put a pedestal planter there, which is just a 1 meter post. And we'll take our vertical item stand, place it there just where it pops down. We'll do that on all 4 sides. And of course we'll put turnips in it. Now we'll just put a bench on each side along with another planter. There, like that. That makes a nice little scenic overlook. At least when the breeze is blowing away from the fishmonger. Speaking of, he needs a boat. There, that looks nice. Okay, here our lighting is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to do our normal street lights, but we're going to do Virger lanterns instead. Just put one there. There, and we'll just go around putting one every so often. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Maybe one over here yet. That's a nice looking boardwalk. Now for some villagers. We'll start here with Scully. So we'll start with our 2 meter post. We'll add an item stand like that at the top. Put our armor stand right about there. There. Now we have Scully ready to sell you his fresh catch of the day. And there we have old farmer Olaf ready to sell you his fresh produce. Here we have Ivar ready to pour you a mead. And here we have Pookie ready to serve all your parrot needs. There, now we have a nice couple taking a walk on the boardwalk. Maybe stop to look at the sights. And the last little thing we have to do is put some signage up. There, Scully's catches of the day. Maybe it needs another sign or two inside. If not for the tuna, try us for the halibut. I might have seen that in the Three Stooges short once. And we'll need a little sign here to tell us that this is a business. So we're going to start with an item stand. Just like that. Up here so I can see. And on that item stand we want to take a horizontal and put it just about there. Now we'll take a coin pile and put it on that one, just so it sits on like that. And then we'll take a round shield. There. Looks like a little merchant sign. Let's go do some more. There. Pookie's Parrots. All parrots are guaranteed to not be chicken. And we're gonna need a little merchant sign here also. Coin pile, and now for our shield. Looks pretty good. Let's do another. Alright, Farmer Olaf's fresh produce stand is now official. Now he just needs a merchant sign. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe one sign inside. There, all produce was guaranteed fresh the day it was picked. Nice. There, now it's official. Now we just need a sign. Okay, here we'll just put an arch piece. Just there. And we'll put two item stands on this. One there. One there. And this we're going to put an item stand right there at the bottom. Now we put the edge of this on that little knobby thing. Just like that. Now we go ahead and put our muck shake on. And we can do our shield. That looks pretty good. Now we'll do it on the other side too. There. Now it looks like a proper alehouse. In this episode, we built this nice looking boardwalk and boat dock connected to our stone pier. We built Scully's catches of the day for our fishmonger Scully, who's always been a pretty good fisherman, but his real dream is to open a floating seafood restaurant someday. Here we have Pookie's Parrots. Pookie isn't a townsperson though. This is just a little memorial for one of my budgies that died recently. Build a produce stand for Farmer Olaf, who did have a struggling farmstead nearby, but thanks to all the people coming through Riverton recently, his business is so good that he needs to buy a second plow just to keep up. And finally the wharf rat, the centerpiece of our boardwalk. Ivar used to help his wife Brenda at the brewery all day, every day, so she bought this place for him to run so she could finally have a little bit of peace and quiet. So if you liked this episode, please give it a like and consider subscribing so you won't miss the next episode, River Gets a Guard Tower. See you in the next one.